Hello everybody, this is the Chillboat, and today I will be reviewing Among Us. So, this should be my second review on the channel, and it's going to be pretty much in the same manner as the last one, my Gang Beast review. I'm going to do a little things different, so obviously, I'm going to judge this game differently because, every game is different, and you can't judge like a Mario game based on its combat and guns and stuff like that. That's not, like, a fair assumption. So I'm going to do a little things differently, but I'm also going to do the scoring a bit differently, which you'll see at the end. But that's basically it, and let's just get into it. Okay, so Among Us is a competitive, no, not competitive, it's a murder mystery style game where there are 10 or less crewmates and 1 to 3 imposters. The crewmate's job is to find who the imposter is, kick them off, and finish all their tasks. And it's the imposter's job to stop all of that. They try to kill the imposters, lie and deceive them all, and try to win as the kind of the murderer. So I like this style is a bit different from regular murder mystery because of the discussions, which I will get into in a second. But that's basically how the game goes. And then there's lobbies, and there are different styles of game. You can do some different styles like hide and seek, but usually it's just the same one. Okay, so with the gameplay, it's really fun. I like Gang Beast. There's no competitiveness. You could play it competitively. You would be really strange to do that, and I see some people do it, and I do not like it. But you can do that. But usually how it goes is you either play with your friends, and that is just one fun time, trying to discover. You have all your friends, and you try to one of them is the imposter, 2 of them is the imposter, and you have a whole bunch of people, and you just try to figure out who it is, and people play distinctly, like they have their own strategies, and it's just a great time. And you can also play in public lobbies, which are less fun, and they decrease your brain cells, but it's still an option. It's what most people do. You just meet random people online and you can play with them. This is very interesting because usually people can either be really smart or really dumb, but it doesn't really matter to me. It's still all fun either way. So how the game goes usually is if you're a crewmate, you get a set number of tasks, and you just go try to do them. When you start the game, you start at the emergency table. There are different maps, but usually I play on the Skeld. So you go around the map trying to find what your tasks are and do them, and overall try to find who the imposter is. And sometimes the imposter is super good. It could come down to close situations where there's 3 people left and you have to decide, or you have to prove yourself innocent so someone else can make the right decision. And it's pretty fun playing as crewmate, but it's way more fun than playing as imposter. As soon as you see those red letters, you know, yeah, some stuff's about to get crazy. So while you're playing as imposter, it is your job to kill everyone and get rid of them and prove yourself innocent to all of the crewmates. And it's very fun to play as imposter because there's so many different strategies that you can learn and use as. Like, there's just one strategy where you hide the bodies. There's one strategy where you just completely go crazy and people don't suspect you because they think you're weird or something. There's a whole bunch of strategies. It's a good time. But basically, once someone is dead, someone can report the body, and this is my favorite part, discussions. So you discuss and try to figure out who the imposter is, and it's really fun just looking at the chat, because people can say funny things like, I love Obama, or like, I don't know, it's just funny stuff like that, or they could actually be playing seriously. It depends on the lobby or your friends, but it's fun either way, because proving yourself innocent, it's a good challenge. It's very rewarding for people to say, hey, you're innocent, except for a visual test, then it's kind of just easy. But that's how it usually goes. And then if everyone collectively, or most people collectively vote for someone, then they get ejected. And you can eject anyone you want to. It doesn't matter. But if they're the imposter, then you win. If they're the crewmate, the game continues on, but the imposter has a very big advantage. So yeah, I would say the gameplay in this game, it's way more complex than Murder Mystery, but it's still not that complex. but I like that. It's a good mix. I would say there could be more modes, which I'm about to get into, but the way it is, it's okay. So customization in Among Us, I would say I like it. It's interesting. There's only 3 maps, actually 4 maps. By probably the time I publish this video, they are making or maybe not by the time I publish it. They're making a new Henry Stickmin map, which looks really good. But yeah, that looks good. The maps are very distinct, and they have lots of different tasks, that is just amazing. This game is all hand drawn, and it looks super good. And I can just say, even the characters, the Among Us people, they look really cute. But the tasks give you something new to do every time you're on a different map. I like Scaled in Polish. I don't really like Mirage Q. Way too easy for the Imposter. But yeah, the maps are even though there's only 3 of them, it's hand drawn and they're all very distinct and different, so it's okay. And then with skins, that's like probably the best part of the game. I'm not gonna lie. Just having your distinct skin so people know who you are. Like you have red and a beanie, so it's like, oh, that guy's going for like an all red, or maybe you have I don't know, you're trying to look like a lemon or a lime or a carrot or something like that, like a plant. I don't know. It just the color combinations with the hat combinations, and then there's also in-game purchases. But it's all for Innersloth, and Innersloth is made up of like 3 people that do a lot of hard work. So I'm not getting mad at that. And besides, they're kind of worth it. Like I bought the mini crewmate pack, and it's the most cute thing ever. I always try to go with pink, big hat, and huge brain as my. Oh yeah, you can pick your name. I always go with huge brain just because it's funny. And the hat resembles a big, huge hat. It's fun. And then there's also modes. So the modes, it's hard to describe the modes. There's like modes and options. Like that's what I'm trying to say all here. So modes and options are kind of like the in-game and out-game options. So you can pick how many imposters you want and what map you want in the kind of the outside, and you can pick what game you want to join based on the name. And then in the game, if you are the host, when you're the one that can start the game, make it public or private, and you have all these options to make the game different. It's really annoying to join a lobby where it's like 3 times speed, 3 times player speed, and it's imposter has supervision and the crewmates don't. It's just not very fun. Balanced options are the way to go, in my opinion. Unless you're doing like a hide and seek game mode or an infection game mode or something like that. Those are amazing. I like when I'm in the lobby and it's like, yeah, let's play hide and seek. It's always gonna be a fun time. But anyway, so the options, there's a bunch of different ones. Like there's ejections where it would be like, oh, you don't know if the person was an imposter or not. You just have to use reasoning. That's for like more skilled players, more smart players, which I like to see some like options for. And then there's also anonymous votes, so it makes it a little more challenging for everyone. It's all good options. Some of them are just boring, but they all make an impact. Speaking of making an impact, the impact on the media, that's just been amazing. Seeing all these videos about these smaller YouTubers and these even bigger YouTubers collaborating, going into one big game to try to figure out who's who and just have a good time. It's awesome. And seeing all the mods, all those infection mods and the freeze tags and the hide and seeks, those are all really cool to see. And then there's also competitions. And there's good memes, there's good funny clips. The impact on the media has probably been the best part of this experience, because Innersloth really deserved it. Henry Stickmin and Among Us are 2 great games, and they take a lot of work as they're all hand drawn by like a studio of 3 people. So I think they all deserve to get all this popularity. And it's been going on for a good amount of time. Like this game has not lost a lot of momentum. It's starting to die down a little bit. It's still being played, but I'm glad it lasted for as long as it did. So, scoring on this. If I had to give this a score, out of everything that I've named here, and just my overall fun. Also, I play on mobile, by the way, as you've probably seen from my other videos. But if I had to give this a score, I would probably... I forgot to explain my new scoring. So the way my scoring works now is I don't really score it just because, oh yeah, I like this game, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Or I don't like this game, I'll give it a 1 out of 10. I'm giving it a fair rating of enjoyment and kind of just how I felt with the game. Like, that sounds like basic, but it would make more sense if I could explain it further. But I'm rating games more on how much I've enjoyed them, and just not necessarily enjoyment, how well made they are, how well made and how enjoyment they are, stuff like that. Usual reviews, it's just a little more described. So, with all that in mind, I would say Among Us deserves all that, with all the gameplay and the customization. I would probably give it a 9 out of 10 because of just the sheer amount of just fun you can have with this game. It can be frustrating at times, especially when people are dumb, but most of the time you'll all have a fun time. The impact on the media has been amazing, and Innersoft is amazing. It's a good game. You gotta play it. It's free, or maybe not. It's on mobile. It's free, which I hope. I would assume that you have a phone, but if you don't, then that's okay. You can buy it for $5 on PC. Yeah. That's my overall thoughts on Among Us. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. This has been a fun video, and this is not. In my Gang Beast video, I said that I will be doing a review on my favorite game. This is not it. I'm still working on that video, but it will be out probably in the next month or so. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. You can tell me what you think in the comments. Yeah, okay. Have a good day.